what's going on, everyone? Strider with Sit Down Gaming.
Drama Gaming here, ready for another week.
Another week, Days of Our League.
Woo.
Make sure to follow me on Twitter and follow the streaming Twitch, Get On Me Gaming.
Thank you.
Arigato.
Oh.
Alright, so our first topic of day is
Ah,
going to be that Smurfing is officially allowed.
approved.
Approved by
Yeah.
Riot.
Yes.
Not by the community, of course, still.
Yes.
But it kind of shut up the majority of the community.
Yeah, in a way.
Yes, but do you think this is actually good or bad for the community?
There's a couple things with Smurfing. If you make one account, or say your main's at whatever you want it to be, and then you're saying, oh, I just want to get another account to 30. And if you're just playing to get there, and you want to start like a new ranked thing or whatever you want to do with it, I think that's fine, right? But if you're starting a Smurf just to belittle the new players that don't know what they're doing, because it happens a lot, and they'll talk shit
Oh
and be
yeah.
assholes about it. That's not okay, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ruining fun for everybody.
Especially for the new players.
Yeah, I mean,
like you want the game to get bigger.
Exactly. And imagine starting a new game and having this person who's been playing for a year and a half just come in here and flaming at you, and you're like, dude, this is my very, very first time playing this game. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It would make me want to quit the game.
Yeah, I would be discouraged. I would be super pissed off.
Yeah, definitely. So that's the thing. If Riot's saying if you're gonna Smurf, just be nice about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but
That's exactly what they were talking about. You have to respect Smurfing. A lot of people are saying that, the really, really talented people are getting 1, 2, 3 of their accounts in that challenger.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say it's not fair because it's supposed to be the top 50 players
yeah,
and stuff like that. But in my perspective, where I disagree with that is that it's solo queue. It's not. You don't get 3 of the same team on 3 different accounts
yeah,
getting up to challenger in the range 5 so
Yeah.
that they can get more slots in the challenger bracket.
Exactly.
You're not seeing that at all because that would be virtually impossible to get. And so I don't see a problem with it. It's solo queue. I mean, players in LCS are going to look at diamond level players and challenger because you're basically the same.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how much you play, because people that play more have a higher chance of getting into challenger than people that don't play as many games.
Yeah, with this whole solo queue thing, like you said, once you get into Diamond 1, the league points you get per game changes. Little breakdown, you get 25 per win before that and like 15 minus a loss, so it's a lot easier to climb the ladders. When you hit Diamond, you get 6 a win and then pretty much 6 a loss. So at that point, after you hit Diamond 1, if you get 70 plus league points in Diamond 1, they're going to respect you. That's just
Yeah.
how it works. And
Exactly.
so if they do have a couple accounts in there, like Wild Turtle has 3 in the top 10 or something?
Yeah,
which
he
is
had
just-
3 in the top 4. He was 1, 2, and 4 at
That's
one point.
crazy. But yeah, at that point, I'm like, you know what, just do whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
Turtle. Just
If you're
have
gonna
fun.
play 18 hours a day and sleep for 6,
Yeah, like, enjoy
It's-
your spot. You deserve it.
yeah, and not many people can do it. And the people that are complaining aren't even necessarily a lot of the people that are in diamond.
Yeah,
it's people in
exactly.
silver and bronze, and it doesn't make any sense that they would be complaining about it because it has no effect on them. They're not
Well,
taking
yeah.
up slots in diamond.
They
or
get mad
anything else.
because they'll, like, if I'm in my placement matches on my Smurf, and I just go in and I, like, stomp one game, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry you lost, but I gotta win. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, just be nice about it if you are gonna do it. That's the
Exactly.
moral of the story.
it sucks because sometimes it's the same everywhere. So you have the hidden MMR, which it still goes off of.
Yep.
And I think we went over it in the last episode to where there's been people that would have an account, get up to their promotion series, and then dodge.
Yep.
So they would lose points, but their MMR would still be climbing because they'd
Yeah.
still have to win X amount of games to get back up in to their promotion series, and then they would dodge. So their MMR was putting them basically at diamond level.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though he was playing in bronze. So it's a little ridiculous the way that it can kind of be abused in that way, but
Yeah.
it still doesn't necessarily hurt anybody.
Exactly. If you lose one game because of it, just tough it up. You'll be like, whatever. I'll win another one to make up for it.
Exactly.
Somebody will dodge or
It's
something.
not going to happen every game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to happen every
You're not
single
going to have a
game.
diamond player in your silver game every single game. So
Yeah.
brush it off.
Yeah. The next one, which I'm very excited about, is that Season 3 World Finals will be in the LA Staples Center.
Big time.
So excited.
Big time.
Huge time.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm like Madison Square Garden, here we come, baby.
Seriously, it's the next level, honestly. Like, you look at it, it's like, League of Legends is respected now, honestly. People are hearing about it even if they're not gamers. So you're like, all right, it's getting big, and now renting out Staples Center, it's going to be crazy. Oh,
they're going to sell out tickets.
Yeah.
I
bet. Fast.
They don't know how many seats are going to be there yet because they're still organizing the stage
how it's going to be set up
and how it's going to be laid out because they will have to be block off, obviously, half of it.
Yeah.
Because the stage needs to be big. Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting how they do it, but
I'm super excited.
Make sure to get your fucking tickets right when they go on sale. Right when they go on sale. And we will see you at after parties. 100%. 100% after parties. But the thing that kind of also weirds me out is the fact that there's going to be 14 teams.
That is odd.
That to me doesn't make sense because you'd have to do either group stages to limit it down to 8 and then have a double elimination bracket, or just bump up 2 more teams and make a 16-team double elimination bracket.
I don't know how...
I don't know why they're doing 14 teams. It's just uneven. So I think they're going to give advantages to some teams.
Yeah. How many regions are there? There's North America, Europe. Is Asia all grouped in one?
No, it's Korea, China, Ghana,
and then
I don't know.
Brazil?
I don't know if the Brazil has teams.
I don't think it does yet. So
and I don't think Oceania has one coming either.
No, it doesn't. That's an odd way to set it up because I don't know who they're gonna take.
Yeah, because some teams have, or some regions have 3, some regions have 2 teams going, and it's weird how they broke it down because I know NA and Europe each have 3 teams going, and I think Korea has 3 teams going. China has 2. I don't know. There has to be another one. They announced it somewhere. I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, they might just be giving like the top LCS teams a bye or something like that in a round.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm sure it's set up some way. They probably know what they're doing, but it is a very odd choice of team numbers.
Yeah, they didn't announce the brackets, which obviously they can't yet because they don't know the placements. But they didn't announce how it was going to be laid out.
Overlay of the brackets.
Yeah. Like it would be nice if they did group stages, like 2 pools of 7.
That'd be interesting.
And then eliminated
3 from each.
Oh, and then have the top 4 advance to a double elimination bracket.
That'd be cool.
Because that would be a fuckload of games.
Yeah, that'd be good for us, huh?
Yeah, it'd be good for us. Except for the fact that the Staples Center is only going to be the finals. That's only the finals. They're still going to have 2 other places before that. They're going to have... Where did they have the group stages last year? The Galen Center? The Galen Center.
Okay.
In LA. So they had the group stages there, and it was a 3-day event, I think, or a 2-day event
for the group
for that.
stages.
And then the next weekend was the actual finals.
They took a break in between.
Yeah. And they're going to do the same type of thing, but they're going to break down into 3 different venues.
That's cool.
Which I don't necessarily agree with, but it's still cool because it's a different experience.
Yeah.
But tickets are on sale early August. They haven't announced a date yet, so it's coming up soon. It's going to be...
Keep your eyes open.
2-3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Right when it comes out, they're going to be fucking sold out. Hopefully they announce it before they go on sale.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed if they didn't.
That would suck. I bet they'll put like a week before, let you all know.
Hopefully it's earlier than that. Usually it's earlier than that.
Yeah.
They'll give you 3 or 4 months in advance, but... Yeah, they're not even
surprised. They just don't tell us. They're like riot trolling everybody.
Well, I'm sure this was kind of a last minute type thing. You can't just, oh hey, Staples Center's open.
Can we get that?
We should book that.
Yeah, let's grab that one.
Let's give it a try. It's a long shot, but anyway. Oh, we got it.
We did it, guys.
All right. Hold off on ticket sales for a second.
Don't tell them.
We have to design a new stage. The next thing is another feat of why League of Legends is one of the biggest just games, sports out there. Is that 18 million unique viewers for the All-Star event.
That's a lot.
That's, yeah, you can't, that's just a lot, and that's a lot.
I mean, that's the community pretty much, and then some at that point, because I think we have, I want to say 16 million players now, just accounts, and then you got 18 million. That means extra people are watching it and enjoying the just viewer value of it. Exactly. I mean, that's awesome to hear. If I read once that League of Legends is almost comparable to like an actual sports event in the fact that like name a sport you don't know. I guess you could say
Rugby.
rugby. Exactly. Okay, perfect sport choice.
Or like lacrosse. Or
if you go to a game like that and you don't really know what it is, you're still gonna almost enjoy the teamwork you see out of people or the competitive level. Even if you have no idea, when people start cheering, you're gonna start cheering and be like, "This is awesome!" People are hitting people. When somebody kills somebody in League of Legends, you're like, "Yeah, I don't know what's happening." Even if you don't know the game, but you're like, "People are dying. We're having fun, friends and stuff."
Exactly.
So to see League of Legends turning into a community thing outside of even just players, it's cool. It's enjoyable.
It's a great atmosphere.
Yes.
Because I'm definitely looking forward to more bar crafts being held for LCS.
I hope so.
Since it's every week. I mean, I'm sure we could probably get some local bars doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Buffalo Wild Wings will jump on the bandwagon sometime
Sooner
pretty soon.
or later, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I could see that. I read about one Buffalo Wild Wings in like Minnesota or something had it up for the season 2 thing, so
awesome.
yeah, hopefully it expands into everybody's area, even Arizona.
That would be crazy. But either way, I mean, the world record for unique viewers for one event is 164 million, but again, that's for television.
Yes.
That's any kind of broadcasting is going to be television because that's primary. Everyone has television, not everyone has internet. People are still getting into the whole internet streaming, and there's still a lot of old-timers that aren't do it. Yeah, I mean, the game's only been around for 3 years as opposed to... This was a Super Bowl event, by the way.
Yeah.
And so you're getting a lot of years of experience.
Yeah, I mean, we have about an eighth of the same viewers as the Super Bowl, and we're computer only, not TV.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like,
and after 3 years instead of however many Super Bowls there have been, like
100. Yeah, seriously, a lot.
Shitload. But if you take a look at the same Super Bowl, but just the stream part of it, they only had 3 million unique viewers because they were streaming the Super Bowl this year, not only on TV, so they did it online as well. Only had 3 million. So we're definitely getting there.
It is getting there to have. I mean, even relatively close to what the Super Bowl has for television, and we're just stream event only. It's promising.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
Exactly, and it's only going to get bigger.
Yeah,
as it's already been proven to just keep getting better.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have something like gaming finally hit mainstream after all these years. Like,
yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Finally, don't get accused of wasting your life and wasting your time.
It's more than just a game now. People are realizing it's a community. You build friends. You hang out. It's awesome.
Exactly.
Finally.
Yeah. It's the same as every other sport. I mean, you're going to have those shit talkers.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, of course.
People are going to be haters, honestly, in the
always.
end. Yeah, so...
If you don't have haters, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. But still, tailgating on the back of that is that pro players actually get work visas in the USA now. Therefore, anybody that comes from overseas, from Asia, Europe, anywhere, you can get a work visa to participate in these like 3-week-long tournaments, like the finals that are going to be happening.
Which is awesome.
And it's recognized by the government. Although, there was some site that did a toll of what state you were in, and it was like every single state was against the agreeing fact that esports was an actual sport.
The thing I noticed on that is the poll was... I feel like they did this on purpose to make it seem like gaming almost wasn't. They put, are gamers professional athletes?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, if you want to say athletes, it makes it sound like, is a gamer like LeBron James? Like,
exactly.
I would say that in the end thing, we're all professional entertainers. There's no doubt about that. Professional teams. Almost got it.
Almost. Whatever.
But if you want to say professional athlete, it makes it sound like they need to be doing jumping, swimming, climbing. So
exactly. But you take a look at chess. I mean, even chess players get the same thing.
Yeah.
It's very mind oriented.
Sport or gonna be or something like that.
I don't know.
Something like
that. There's always been rumors for new things becoming Olympic sports.
League of Legends.
Really never know.
Olympic sport, everybody. Keep your eyes open.
There was a rumor about it, and then Riot came out and was like, "No, we're never going to allow that to happen." And I was all, "Good for you, Riot. Good for you. We will not let a corrupted
It'd be cool.
Like,
could you imagine
everything.
the odd one as a professional Olympic athlete?
Gold medal odd
Oh
one.
my god, I can't even picture that.
That would be fantastic.
That's awesome.
You'd get more gold medals than Michael Phelps.
Seriously.
You're just like playing.
He's got my
Play.
solo queue gold, my team 5's gold, 3's gold. You're like, oh jeez, it's out of control.
Oh, that would be a nightmare. Yeah, I would not be okay with that. The other thing that has just been bashing on for, I don't know, probably almost 2-3 years now.
Forever.
Since the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew Reggie. Everyone is raging against Reginald.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking hates him.
After that performance, it didn't really help his
No.
cause, and it just kind of, I feel like it's almost at the tip right now, where it's, if they don't perform well in these season 3 finals, I think it's just going to explode even more.
If
and
they
then
can make it. Or are they guaranteed a spot?
I don't think
I
they're
don't
actually
think they
guaranteed
are.
a spot. You're right. Yeah, I think they'll make it, but maybe they're guaranteed.
I don't know, they're bottom 2.
Who knows?
They're fucking choking hard.
Yeah,
That's
and
all I know.
The point is, at this point, Reggie is almost at a spot in his life where he's going to have to say, do you think these fans might be right at a point? I mean, after seeing it for so long and me not performing to my maximum potential, who knows? It'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see how he comes back after this week of rage, see how he responds. Because that's the biggest thing is his play going to change? Is the team going to do better?
Yeah, are they
That's how
gonna
you
suffer, or are
respond
they
to the
gonna bounce
haters,
back?
is in your performance rather than your words.
Yeah, but he's been consistent all the time. I mean, it
It's
may not
true.
be consistently amazing,
Yeah,
but he's still consistent.
Yep.
You put him in a team fight, and he's going to be consistent. Yeah, he gets us... But it's other people on TSM that get caught out and make bad decisions that is affecting it. It's not typically Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie's making the team fight calls. He's there when it needs to happen.
he
and
is the captain. As Dyer said, he's under all this pressure, so of
Yeah.
course all the hate's going to go to him. I mean, you don't see the Dyers as getting as much hate even close to as Reggie.
I don't know why.
I would say he's definitely the most, I don't want to say hated person, but he receives the most hate out of all the league players, honestly,
In the world.
in the world.
I don't know of anybody that gets more hate than Reggie.
No.
Not even Hotshot got that much hate.
No.
And people hated Hotshot.
Yeah.
For pretty much the same thing. But they have to make all the judgment calls. They have to make all the business,
Yeah.
everything.
think
All
about
the
the pressure
approvals
on
for
it.
the website, the designs for new merchandise. Everything
Yeah.
has to go through Reggie.
Manager, captain, player. I mean, that's hard to do all those things at once.
Yeah.
It's definitely wear and tear, and then you mess up, and it's just like
Yeah.
cutthroat.
And you can mess up anywhere, and people hate you for it.
Yeah.
Just like when they
Any
when
category.
they cut Chaos, they fucking hated him for it.
Yeah.
He messes up a game in mid, they fucking
Everybody
hate him for
hates
it.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the pressure goes.
They
to
charge
him.
too much for a T-shirt. All the hate gets on him. It's so ridiculous because that's what happened when they first started their site.
Yeah.
They were charging like $25 for a T-shirt instead of $22.50 or something
You're like,
for one of the new ones, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this overpriced, greedy Reginald pile of shit."
Fuck you,
I'm all for
Reggie.
real. Come on,
Let's
it's a
get
higher
real.
quality shirt than other shirts. That's why he did it that way.
Yeah.
And then they ended up going to the lower quality because they were getting so much shit for it. But
If you're the leader of the group, you're going to be the one getting the hate. So pretty much all the hate for TSM gets put onto Reggie rather than the team. I guess that's a good way to look at it.
which sucks because there's a lot of other people I would hate on TSM before Reggie.
Yep.
Although he's the only one of TSM I've not met in person.
That's
because
interesting.
he just goes back to his hotel room
Yeah,
with
he's got
his
his girl.
girlfriend. Yeah, he's got
Exactly.
his girl. He doesn't fucking care. But he doesn't go out to eat and stuff with the rest of us when we went out and things like that. It was very odd, and I don't know if it was from the pressure or if he had business stuff to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly it was, but he was a lot more serious than he used to be because he used to go out with Elements and
Yeah.
Hotshot, and they used to go drinking all night, and he got a lot of shit for that, and he stopped. So things that he knows that he can change or needs to be changed, he's made improvements
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
He's drastically changed his, I wouldn't necessarily personality, but the way he acts and the things he
Yeah.
does has definitely changed.
And I mean, most of his hate as of late has been the whole bench Reggie thing. That's Facebook, Reddit, everything. Bench Reggie. And I think at this point, he's not gonna bench himself. Obviously, at this point in the season, whatever. If anything, it's gonna be at the end of the season 3 finals when we see what happens to TSM and all that good stuff.
Especially if they don't make it.
Yeah. Then at that point, I think you really do have to say, do I need to bench myself and just become the manager of TSM? Because maybe what they're saying is true. Just take a step back and look at it. Be patient. See how the end of the season goes.
It'll definitely be weird. So we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully they make it to finals. That'd be nice if they did.
Yeah. At that point, there wouldn't be much for them to worry about. Because, I mean, even if you're a top 4 team in the finals, you're just like, all right, whatever.
Exactly.
We're good.
The next one's going to be team communication on like LCS streams.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying that they want to hear what other teams are saying in Ventrilo or TeamSpeak or whatever it is that they're using, just to see how they think in picks and bans and their strategies during team fights and things like that. And I personally think that should never be allowed.
Exactly.
Because you don't see coaches on the football field. They have their little mics and they're screaming into it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be able to fucking hear that because that gives away their strategy or their play and stuff like that. And granted, there's a lot less different strategies or plays that you can do in League of Legends than there is in a football game.
Yeah. I think you can definitely record it and maybe post it later or something like that.
I wouldn't agree with that either.
If TSM wanted to, I think it would be like a personal decision.
No team would do that. No
That's
team
true.
is stupid enough to do that. They don't even record.
I mean, I don't think they'd tell them their strategies or stuff like that.
Well, that's what all the audio is.
I mean, those team fights, if you could listen into a team fight saying hearing Reggie's calls or something like that, I think that'd be kind of cool. At the same time, you're right. I don't think it would be beneficial to the team to put it out there.
I think it would be awesome.
Yeah,
I think it would be fucking cool, just like everybody else. But it would be detrimental to the teams. All the strats would be gone, and they can counter strat. Although with that, it may evolve the meta a little bit.
That'd be interesting
because
you'd have to be
but then you'd hear a lot more code words.
Yeah,
like they do,
football. Yeah,
exactly.
Give him the Niner backstreet elephant. You're like, what does that mean?
Exactly.
And then Reggie TP's top or something. You're like, what?
Yeah.
So, it'd be cool to hear a couple of team fights, but at the same time, you're right. It'd be just ridiculous for strategy view. It would just kill some.
Because
stuff.
if they're all, this person I'm playing really bad against lately, so let's do 2v1.
Yeah,
it's okay, well, they don't play good against this person, so every time we're going to predict their 2v1 and then go bottom.
Yeah.
And then just keep following that person, and then we'll always win that lane because that person isn't confident.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, it's not...
You'd be able to predict too much if you did it.
Yeah, it would be a lot less strategy and a lot more how much research you can do.
Yeah, true.
Usually those go hand in hand, but it shouldn't be just there.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be a spreadsheet.
And here's everyone's strategies that we've listened to over the last week. You're
exactly.
That wouldn't be good.
The next one is about Crepo potentially getting benched. This was more... I think this has already been proved to be false.
This is...
But it was freaking hilarious because everyone is like, is he getting benched? Nobody knows. Because I know they made a couple of changes, but I don't remember exactly what all of them are.
I didn't,
I should have.
It was mostly about, I believe, trying to find a person to review their gameplay and talk strategy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Not a manager. He came out and said, we don't want a manager.
Yeah.
We want an analysis. That's what they want.
Well, because they technically already have a manager. They have everybody on Evil Geniuses to manage all their travels, their funds, everything. They don't need a manager. Because they have managers. They do the business side of things, so they don't need that.
They want a Dandin, pretty much. I guess you could look at it that way. Somebody just to review their play. Yeah, that'd be cool. But I think it'd be a good choice for them. And going back to the original topic of this thing, that whole Crepo thing, the butting of heads with
Yellow Pete's girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Or ex-girlfriend, I'm not exactly sure, but they apparently really fucking hate each other.
Twitter battle.
So yeah, on her Twitter she wrote "bye bye motherfucker," and then she wrote, "I can't wait for these roster changes. Take a pillow for that bench."
It was...
And so nobody knew what was going on. Everyone's all, what the fuck's going on?
Is he getting benched? Why is this here? Is this true?
But then you see the whole Evil Geniuses team comment on it, and it was like, get that fucking bitch out of here, and all this other stuff. Everybody was hating on her. Yeah. I was all, holy crap.
I think it was just her wanting some sweet, sweet revenge for getting hated on by Crepo, and she kind of jumped the gun, and then everybody's like, "Slow down, bitch. You need to you need to hold your horses right now."
It's so funny. Yeah,
it was funny.
The quote by him, it was, "Can you get that dumb bitch out of here?" Crepo 2013.
Let's get a shirt.
Yeah, we're not going to go too much into that because there's just not a lot of details. The tweets are now gone, so you can't even see them anymore.
Yeah.
So it was clearly, she got a lot of shit for it on her Twitter. There was fans everywhere being like, "You're such a bitch," and telling her to go die.
No motive to do that. Like,
and there was no signs to it either.
Yeah,
she came out of fucking nowhere.
Just like, fuck you. And it's just like, you can't just do that and expect everybody to be like, "Oh, whatever." She's just no. You're gonna get destroyed by the backers.
She's just TMSing.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't work that way. Although,
oh my god,
I'm actually surprised I didn't see any of those comments.
Yeah,
I didn't see any of that.
Somebody should have gone up.
That would have been like one of the first things I expected was, typical woman on PMS or something. I know. Must be that time of the... Yeah, there's always stupid smartass comments like that, but it just didn't happen. I was a little disappointed in you guys. Rage better.
Yeah.
Rage, but that's all you gotta do.
Be wittier with your rage.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
I don't know if that's witty anymore. That was like 5th grade wit.
Let's get
more kindergarten.
Old school?
Yeah, sure.
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah, she's on her period. Got her.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
The next thing we're going to talk about is the fucked up ranking system for solo queue, and I know you have a lot more experience in this than I do.
It's a bitch and a half, to say the least. Like, oh my god, it can be annoying. A couple weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was at 98 league points and 99 league points.
Diamond 1.
Very close to Challenger. And won a game, 0 league points. This guy I've been playing with, his name's Tofu Shift, 3 games in a row as top prize. Won all 3, stuck at 99. It won't give you the 100 to be able to get placed in that waiting group to go into Challenger. And it's just so frustrating, and you don't really know why. To get nothing for a win. It's just... It's annoying. I mean, and heartbreaking.
Yeah, it gives you nothing. There's no incentive to play in solo queue because of that.
Exactly. I went down to my Smurf for the past week and a half because I was just sick of getting 1 league point or no league points for winning these games and losing 6 or 7. I'm just like, why would I play? There's no reason to play. I'd rather go on my lower account and just have fun.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying that they should allow that MMR to show up once you get to that level because it's very possible that if you start winning and you have those 99 league points, the only reason you're not making it into Challenger is because your hidden MMR is lower than the people that are in Challenger, which in theory makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
But at the same time, you don't know you don't have a goal. You don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Your goal is get 100 league points, and you can't because it won't let you.
And I can't
It's not that you're not capable. It's that it won't let you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, going back to the Smurf thing, that's why you will see a lot of Smurfs, is because these Diamond players that don't have necessarily the great MMR, if you start a Smurf and win, say, 50 of your first 60 games, your MMR is going to be way higher than whatever your main account is. So it's stuff like that that does lead to the Smurfing. I guess you could go back to that and say, but
yeah, it does. It completely does, and I understand exactly why that happens because I would be pissed too. But it still comes back down to the whole solo queue doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But you always want a goal, and if you don't have a goal that you can visually see,
that's why League of Legends is addicting because there's always something higher that you can get to.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to hit that goal rather than just be stuck at one certain point. So.
And that's why I like the MMR rating to begin with. I like the new layout with the whole Challenger and everything.
I think it's good. I think it should be almost a hybrid of showing the MMR and then having the league points.
Yeah, because you should have a rating in what league or what division you're in, but then you should also have an MMR. You're like, yeah, I have 2,200 MMR, but I'm in bronze. So it really doesn't mean that much. But if you had 2,500 and in diamond, or 2,200 again, but in diamond, that's completely different. Because you're in a higher caliber league with the same amount of MMR.
I think they should show the MMR. At least, or have a site or something, or go to League of Legends and it tells you.
They have sites that measure it, but I don't know how accurate it is.
You can never predict how accurate.
Thing. Yeah, and that's what's depressing. They should just... They have it in the background. They have it in their database.
It's there.
They should just display it.
Put it up there. It's not like it'd be a bunch of work for them, honestly. You could do it pretty quickly and easily.
Yeah, they'd have to change a couple things around with the UI.
I'd like to hear their reasoning behind having it hidden, actually. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to get the new system like cemented in or something.
Yeah,
like
they really like that new system.
I think it's good, but there's a couple flaws. There'll always be flaws.
Still need the ELO.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, ELO is not made for a team game.
True.
It was made for chess.
Chess.
It was made for one-on-ones. Yeah, that's what it was made for. So you can't effectively measure ELO
with 5 people.
With 5 people, with 4 randoms or 3 randoms. You just can't do it. It doesn't work that way. They make tweaks to make it to where it kind of works, and it works for the most part, but it's not accurate. It doesn't reflect how good you are as a player.
Yes, exactly.
And so that was the biggest argument of what it was to begin with. Everyone bitched about ELO because they're like, well, if I get matched with 4 bads, then I'm automatically going to lose, and then my ELO goes down, and blah, 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 blah. But at this point, you just kind of have to do it. There's no other ranking systems. There's what they have now, and then there's like ELO, and then there's bracket systems.
Yeah,
but you obviously don't want to do bracket systems at all when it's just normal play. It's open free play.
And everything is good with the system now up until the MMR abuse thing, which doesn't hardly ever happen. So
no, there's like 4 or 5 people that do
and
that.
And then the people in Diamond 1 on the bridge of hitting Challenger. And that's, I mean, if those are the only couple flaws, there's not a big thing to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. When, it was a good majority, like 97% of the people bitching about the ELO.
Yeah.
It was everybody that was below 2K.
Yeah.
They're like, ELO fucking sucks.
ELO hell, can't climb.
Yeah, so now it's just, 1% or 2% of the people that are out there bitch about it, and they're like, whatever, we can deal with it.
Yeah.
Because these players at this caliber, you should have a 5-man team.
Yeah. And
you should be playing teams.
Solo queue's meant to, A, find good friends to make a team, and B, enjoy the game. Mm-hmm. That's what I think solo queue's for in the end.
It hones your skills a little bit.
Yeah, it's great for practice. Yeah, stuff like that, it's great for. But once you play solo queue enough, you'll realize that the point of League isn't to become the best at solo queue. It's to enjoy a 5-on-5 game.
Exactly.
That's what it is in the end. So.
And that was my big thing. When they first decided they were going to bring out this whole new system, my thought was, why do they even fucking have rankings for solo queue? It shouldn't exist. It's a 5v5 game. I understand in like Counter-Strike, which is also a 5v5 game, individual servers would have a ranking system of like the guns you used and what your ranking is on that one server or whatever, which is nice to have and it's nice to play around with and it's fun.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a goal for people to be typically number 1 on that one server. And who cares? It's just that one server, and that's what you did. You played and you met your friends on that one server, and you had fun on that one server. That's what you did. That was your main goal. Yeah, raping noobs was great, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, if you wanted to get better and you wanted to make a team, you didn't play in public servers.
Yes.
You didn't see pubs, like professionals in pubs, hardly ever.
Yeah.
Hardly ever. They were either scrimming or they were playing against bots trying to get their aim down, and that was it.
Yeah. I think the reason solo queue exists is to hone your skills and attempt, because, I mean, obviously, if you're higher, you're going to be with better people than Bronze Elo or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it's a broken system, there's still going to be some legitimate truth to that. And it's to find friends. To enjoy the 5-on-5 aspect, which is what they push for in the LCS, and all that stuff. So in the end, it comes down to finding friends and playing 5s and getting better that way. Because that's what the game was made to be.
Yeah. But if they just made everything like a normal game, hidden MMR, whatever, it doesn't matter what you pick, everything can be hidden, I would understand that.
Yeah.
The only reason they separated and added bans and then added kind of like solo queue was to differentiate the casual players from the serious players.
Yeah.
But the serious players are taking it too seriously and not getting a team together.
Yeah.
They're like,
there's a few
solo
players.
queue is everybody is trying hard. And then you get into solo queue and people call you a tryhard, and you're like, obviously
that's what this is for in a way.
But it still doesn't make sense to me. I think that barrier of casual to serious should be solo queue, normals, or ranked 5s.
Yeah.
I don't think there should be 5 different levels of casual play.
Yeah, exactly. The way it's set up now is like Dominion, normals, solo queue, ranked 5s. So it's
Twisted
like
Tree Line.
Twisted Tree
is way past.
It's the most intense thing ever.
Dude, shit's crazy. Shit's crazy. No, but you have ARAMs and then Dominion.
If you want to enjoy the game, play some ARAMs.
I can't stand ARAMs.
What?
I hate
I
ARAMs.
love ARAMs. They're fun.
So many people have been making ARAM accounts where they only buy champions that are good on ARAM.
That's smart.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's douchey, but smart.
A lot of people do it. People that just play ARAM.
Lux, Nidalee, fucking that would do. Wow.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because that brings us to our next point. Is Riot is finally looking at fixing the invisible projectiles from the Fog of War. Please, Riot, please, Riot.
How many times have you just been chilling like in mid lane, getting your farm on, and all of a sudden you're half shotted? You're like, where did that come from? And then Nidalee's just like, you.
You see it when it procs, like when it hits you, when it hits your
hitbox,
you see the spear like break,
you're like,
and you see your health bar go down.
Thanks, that's super helpful. So I would. Oh yeah, see some examples there. The Anivia cube does it too.
Well, it's a lot of things. That's
gosh.
How is it going to affect the slower projectiles? Because that's what I'm worried about. Because of Anivia's Q, it's like the slowest projectile in the fucking world. It's all
still fucking going across the screen here.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And then Morgana's Dark Binding.
Yeah.
And things like that. They're so slow, and you need to utilize that Fog of War as much as you can.
Yeah, I think the difference will be this. Like, if I throw my Q through the Fog of War, say I'm like on the opposite side of the bush, and I know you're coming into it, they wouldn't be able to see it, but like it's the ones where like Nidalee can stand in the bush right now and then throw it, and it'll go all the way across mid lane without being noticeable.
Yeah, pretty close.
So if they need to make sure that they don't like make it visible from the Fog of War, like if
which is what they were saying they want to do. Like almost right when it was thrown, you'd be able to see it. Kind of like if you were in a brush and you started auto attacking, you can then see the champion. They want to make it almost like that, which is, I think, a little bit worrisome because of the fact that those slower projectiles are going to be a lot more difficult to hit.
Yeah, that would be very hard to land. I think that they will end up finding the balance. Riot's very good at that. I mean, let's be honest. They do make a very sturdy game where they balance everything pretty well. So I think
they have a perfect imbalance, but I think it will definitely be really fucked up for those slow-moving projectiles.
Hopefully they don't
quite
break
some
those.
time. It's gonna break for a while. They're either gonna have to increase the speed of a lot of those things or change something
Fix
about
how
it.
Goes into where I think they should do it where when it comes, which is why it's kind of buggy right now. When it comes into your view of your champion, that's when you should be able to see it, rather than if it's like thrown from the bush and then it lights up your champ. I don't think that would be like the auto attack animation. I don't think that'd be. Find a balance, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not broken as shit.
I have no idea what they're going to do with it, but I'm very worried about it. I don't know if it's going to work out as well as they want it to, or how they originally envisioned it to. I'm sure they put a lot of thought into it because it's been an issue since beta.
Yeah.
It's not a new issue by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
I mean, Nivea's been abusing it since beta. She's been around forever.
Yeah.
And then Nidalee was one of the, I wouldn't necessarily say newer anymore, but she was after beta, I think. And it's just very difficult to find that kind of balance, and that kind of programming takes some interesting skills. And when you've been working with something one way for 3 years, it's hard to just be like, all right, this needs to change, let's move it to this.
It's not one of those hot fix things that they can just throw out there. It's one of those things where like, we're gonna have to dive into the game for a little bit and really recode some shit.
It's not like, oh, we're gonna change the jungle timers. We're gonna change the health on golems. It's nothing. I mean, those are drastic game-changing things, but
for them, it's quick.
That's just a time difference, a timer difference, or a number difference. Okay, find number, erase number, add new number. And that's it. It's not a difficult change in coding, but this is going to be completely different, and it's going to take them a very long time. That is going to be the show for this week, I believe. Do you have any shout-outs?
All the people that ever watched me stream, I guess, thanks for doing that, and I love you, Mom, so much. Supported me through everything. Start tearing up. was good. Good day.
I want more
Lots
Girl
to
Scout
talk about.
cookies. Your mom always had Girl Scout
God,
cookies.
She did.
It was fantastic.
That's why I love my sweets, man.
I
take everything back.
I know. I took all of it from your house. And now
Like,
that's
I stole all your Girl
I blame
Scout
I blame your mom for making me fat.
Oh man! Wow. Good week. There's a lot to talk about.
It was a lot. Hopefully, there's just as much next week.
I hope so.
Yes.
League is awesome.
Yeah.
It is.
Follow me on Twitter, guys. HStrider with the underscores. Looks like a sideways profile chair. If you're having difficulties remembering it.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I thought I realized that.
Sit down gaming.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, did you think about that? Or
I
It
did.
just happen?
I did. It took me a while.
Kudos.
It took me a while.
Kudos.
Our clan name is just Chair, and so that's our tag.
That's so smart.
It's fucking
Wow.
legit. It's
Witty.
legit.
That is awesome. Well
Make
done.
sure to follow me on Twitch as well. Just Strider Stone or Strider Casting. I should probably figure that out at some point.